Do you know what's really happening inside her mind on the first date? She's sitting across from you, smiling, nodding, maybe even laughing at your jokes. But underneath that smile, her thoughts are running faster than you can imagine. Within the first 8 seconds, she's already asking herself questions you don't even know exist. Do I feel safe with him? Can I trust him? Is he present, or is he just performing? That nervous laugh she gave wasn't just about your joke. It was her way of testing how you handle the moment. The truth is, from the instant you sit down, she's already studying you, quietly measuring your presence, your energy, and whether she feels drawn toward you or guarded against you. Most men think women are focused on the surface, your outfit, your looks, maybe what you ordered on the menu. But the real evaluation happens beneath the surface. She's noticing the pauses between your words, the way your eyes hold hers, the subtle signals that tell her if you're grounded or if you're secretly desperate to impress her. She's not judging every little thing to be cruel. She's doing it because her instincts are ancient, hardwired for survival. On a first date, her psychology is not about small talk. It's about sensing, reading, and protecting herself. Here's the part most men never realize. She's not looking for perfection. She's looking for authenticity. If you're nervous but you own it, she respects that. If you're confident but you don't brag, she feels that. If you listen, not just to respond but to understand, she remembers it. Every detail you think goes unnoticed. The way you speak to the waiter, whether you check your phone, how you sit in your own skin, becomes part of her silent decision-making process. And while you're busy wondering if she likes you, she's quietly asking herself, does he see me beyond my appearance? Does he have depth? Is this a man I'd want to see again, or will I walk away and never answer his text? The first date isn't just dinner or drinks. To her, it's the beginning of a story, or the end before it even starts. She's not just noticing what you say, she's noticing how you make her feel in those moments between words. Silence is louder than conversation, and on the first date, every pause reveals something about you. If you fill the silence with nervous chatter, she senses your discomfort. If you sit confidently in the pause, letting her feel your calm energy, she feels safer around you. Most men underestimate this, but to her, comfort is attraction. She doesn't want a man who's trying too hard. She wants a man who makes presence feel natural. Think about this. When she laughs, she's asking herself if you laugh with her or at her. When she tells a story, she's quietly watching whether you're really listening or just waiting for your turn to speak. Women are incredibly tuned in to subtle cues. It's not about the words, it's about the intent behind them. That's why the man who brags about himself often fails, while the man who asks thoughtful questions wins her interest, because one makes her feel unseen and the other makes her feel important. But here's the hidden layer. While she's evaluating you, she's also evaluating herself. She's thinking, am I being too much, too quiet, too vulnerable? The truth is, a woman on a first date is as self-conscious as you are, but the difference is she hides it better. What she craves is a man who makes her forget those doubts, even if just for an hour. When you make her feel understood, she relaxes. And when she relaxes, attraction builds without her even realizing it. You see, attraction isn't created by flashy gestures or perfect lines. It's created by safety, connection, and emotional resonance. The first date is like a mirror. You show her how you see the world, and she asks herself if she wants to step into it. That's why your energy matters more than your words. If you come in restless, needy, or trying to prove yourself, she feels it. If you come in grounded, curious, and unafraid to be real, she feels that even stronger. So, understand this. Her mind on the first date isn't just deciding if she likes you, it's deciding if she can trust the way she feels when she's with you. And that, more than anything else, is what will make her want to see you again. Here's a truth most men never realize. The first date isn't just about you and her, it's about how you make her feel about herself. As she's sitting across from you, sipping her drink or adjusting her hair, she's silently scanning for one thing. Does this man bring out the best in me, or does he make me shrink into someone I don't want to be? She notices how you react when she shares something vulnerable. Do you dismiss it, change the subject, or truly engage with her words? If she feels dismissed, she quietly locks away her heart. If she feels valued, she opens a little more. And here's where men often lose without realizing it. When you get caught up in trying to impress her, you stop noticing her. You're in your head rehearsing lines instead of being present. She can sense when your attention is split, and nothing kills attraction faster than a man who isn't really there. The irony is, she doesn't need perfection. She needs presence. She's not replaying your exact words later. She's replaying how she felt sitting across from you. Did she feel seen or did she feel invisible? She's also paying attention to the small, almost invisible behaviors. When you walk into the place, do you lead with confidence or hesitate at the door? When you interact with others, are you polite and respectful, or do you reveal arrogance you don't notice? Every move tells her a story about who you are beyond the surface. If she sees you treat the waiter with kindness, she thinks, "This man has character." If you check your phone mid-conversation, she thinks, "This man lacks discipline." These tiny signals tell her more about you than any story you share. But it goes deeper. On the first date, she's also imagining a future without even realizing it. Not marriage, not long-term plans, just little flashes of possibility. Could she picture herself laughing with you again? Could she see herself feeling safe with you at her side? Attraction is not always logical. It's emotional, subconscious, and fast. If her instincts say no, it's almost impossible to turn it around. But if her instincts say yes, even subtly, that yes grows with every moment you remain grounded, authentic, and consistent. So remember, she's not analyzing the menu, she's analyzing you, and her decision isn't about what you said, it's about how she felt in your presence. That's the truth most men never hear. On a first date, she's not just hearing your words, she's testing the man behind them. Every subtle reaction is a quiet experiment. If she playfully teases you, she's not doing it to be cruel. She's checking if you can handle light pressure without crumbling. If she challenges an opinion, she's not always trying to debate. She's watching how you hold your ground without disrespecting her. These small moments are her way of answering a question she'll never ask out loud. Is this a man who stands firm, or does he bend to seek approval? Men often confuse these tests as games, but they're not games. They're survival instincts. Deep down, a woman wants to know if you're steady enough to carry both your own emotions and hers. If you explode over something minor, she wonders what will happen in bigger storms. If you sulk when the night doesn't go exactly as planned, she knows you can't be her anchor. But if you stay composed, relaxed, and unshaken, she feels a strength that pulls her closer without you needing to say a word. And here's the powerful truth. She's not looking for dominance, she's looking for stability. Confidence isn't about being louder, flashier, or more aggressive. It's about being calm when others are restless, centered when others are scattered. On the first date, she feels your nervousness, yes, but if your nerves don't control you, she respects that, because it tells her you can handle discomfort, and that makes her trust you more. Think of it this way. She's not only listening to your stories, she's watching how you respond to the unexpected. Does the food order come out wrong? She notices your reaction. Do you get interrupted by noise around you? She notices if you laugh it off or let frustration control you. These little snapshots reveal your true character more than any words could. Attraction isn't just built in the high points of a date, it's cemented in how you handle the low ones. Because she knows life won't always be candlelit dinners and laughter. If she feels you can remain grounded when things don't go your way, she begins to imagine herself in your presence long term. Without realizing it, she starts to think, with him, I might actually feel safe. And that thought is the beginning of true desire. Here's the truth that shocks most men. She's not sitting there hoping you'll sweep her off her feet with grand gestures. She's hoping you'll reveal who you really are. On a first date, she's silently scanning for authenticity because she's tired of masks. Too many men perform like actors, trying to be the version they think she wants, not realizing that the act feels hollow. What actually draws her in isn't your rehearsed line or your perfect story. It's your honesty, your flaws you don't try to hide, the raw humanness you let slip through. Women are drawn to men who create a space where they don't have to perform either. If she feels she can take a breath and be her true self around you, that's when she starts leaning in, not away. She doesn't want perfection. Perfection is exhausting. She wants to feel like she can laugh awkwardly, stumble over her words, or admit she's nervous, and know you won't judge her for it. If you create that kind of freedom on a first date, she will remember it far longer than what meal you ordered or what car you drove up in. But here's where many men fail. They confuse vulnerability with weakness. Sharing your truth doesn't mean oversharing every wound from your past. It means speaking from a place of grounded honesty. If you admit, yeah, first dates make me a little nervous too, it doesn't lower your value. It raises it. Because it shows you're real, and real is rare. When she sees that you're comfortable enough in your skin to be imperfect, it makes her relax into her own imperfection, and that shared comfort creates a bond stronger than charm ever could. At the same time, authenticity must be balanced with boundaries. If you try too hard to please, she notices. If you bend over backwards to agree with everything she says, she feels it. Respectful disagreement is far more attractive than constant compliance because it proves you're your own man. Women don't crave men who vanish into their approval. They crave men who stand firm in who they are while still respecting who she is. The first date isn't about creating fireworks, it's about planting roots. If she walks away feeling grounded, safe, and genuinely seen, that spark will grow. And long after the night ends, she'll replay that feeling more than any single word you spoke. By the time the first date ends, she's not thinking about every detail of what was said. She's not replaying the exact sentences or counting how many jokes you told. What she's carrying with her is a feeling, and that feeling will decide everything. Did she walk away feeling lighter, safer, more alive? Or did she leave drained, second-guessing, and unimpressed? That emotional imprint is what decides whether she'll smile when your name pops up on her phone or whether she'll let the message sit unread. Here's the secret most men never understand. Women don't fall for men who just say the right things. They fall for men who make them feel something rare. On the first date, she wants to know if you bring out the best version of her. She's asking herself silently, did I feel feminine? Did I feel respected? Did I feel seen? If the answer is yes, she'll want more of that feeling. If the answer is no, nothing you say afterward can make her change her mind. And it goes deeper. When she reflects later, she doesn't just think about you, she thinks about who she became in your presence. If you made her laugh until her guard dropped, if you listened until she felt safe to share, if you carried yourself with calm strength when the night didn't go perfectly, you gave her something priceless. You gave her a glimpse of a world where she could relax, trust, and be herself. That's more powerful than looks, more magnetic than charm, and more unforgettable than anything money could buy. This is why the first date matters so much. It's not just dinner, not just a drink, not just conversation. It's the beginning of her decision. Do I want to let this man into my life? And the answer to that decision doesn't come from your outfit, your job, or your car. It comes from your energy, your presence, and your ability to stay real when most men hide behind a mask. So, I'll leave you with a question. The last time you went on a first date, did you make her feel safe, seen, and alive? Or did you leave her feeling like just another number on your phone? Answer honestly in the comments. And if this opened your eyes, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with a friend who needs to hear it.